Hi everyone. I turned on the news. It's well, first of all, it's around 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., and I'm out here in my sunroom, or smoke room. I got on the news, and this is a short video about the eviction stuff going on, and this is my experience that I wanted to put out there, and is why this is such an issue. I'm not trying to argue whether or not people should be evicted during the pandemic or anything like that. This short video is just to explain my experience that I've had dealing with the program that the government says is out there to help everybody from being evicted. Well, the issue is the program itself, and that the local governments are in charge of distributing the money. This is what's happened with me. I was one of the very first people to apply for the cera program because of me knowing that it was available and following who I followed in the news and letting me know when it was going to be available and so on. I printed out the paperwork for the cera program as soon as they posted it and filled it out. My landlord also came over and filled out her portion. I had both of the our packets. I put them all together, labeled everything, turned it all in, and waited a month. I contacted them. They said they sent out the money. They remembered my landlord's name, and they sent out the money already, and that I was going to get $300 credit for my cable bill too. I talked to like 3 different people and even a supervisor that said that everything is fine, and I even have a voicemail saying that she called me and said everything's fine, but it's not. I ended up having to come up with the money for the $3,000 that the government never sent me. I had everything turned in. They even said they already sent out the money, but I never got any money. My landlord, ex-landlord, never got any money. I paid her, and I ended up having to take out a loan and coming up with the money, and that's how I ended up finishing up buying my house and finishing up making what I owe on it, having the trailer and being able to live and not get evicted. Had I relied on this so-called cera program that the government's supposed to help people out, had I relied on that, my family, my daughter, my fiance, all of us would have been homeless, and we would have lost our place. This is the issue that I have with the news. People are thinking that this help is out here, but it's not. There's a huge misunderstanding and miscommunication going on. This is, I applied and got approved. I have my emails, I have everything, and still yet I have not received anything. It's been about 3 months now, almost 4 months. I applied for it back in April or March. As soon as they posted it, that I was able to print out the application on the 15th of March, I believe. I don't know, it was one of those, but it was a while ago. Still nothing, haven't heard anything. They say that what's happened is something totally wrong, that they made a mistake, but I don't know what to do. I don't know who to contact or anything like that about it. So what do? Do I just let it go? That's the situation going on with a lot of people right now. It's not the fact that they're not applying or anything like that. It's the fact that the programs are broken. The cera program is being ran from the Section 8 people, I believe. They were already swamped before. It's not necessarily their fault, but for God's sakes, you guys know that the Section 8 people were already swamped, so you had them in charge of the cera program also. That doesn't make any sense, and that's not very smart. But that's just my experience with my personal experience with the cera program, and my hardship that I've applied for and that I got approved, and everything was supposed to work out correctly. But here I am. I haven't received anything. There's nobody I can contact. There's nobody I can call. The people I did get a hold of and finally contact assured me that everything is fine. So there's basically nobody else I can contact to be like, hey, it's not fine. It's, you know, I never got my money or anything like that, and now I have to be responsible for it when there was supposed to be a federal program out there to help with that crap. But there's not. There is, but there isn't. So that's the issue. So that's just my experience that I've had with this cera program. So before you judge people, please, there could be a lot more to the story. So just everybody should stop being so negative towards everybody else with all this stuff. Our governments try to help out as much as possible, and then our local governments are not communicating with our federal governments, and there is a major rift. So we need to work on our communication skills, apparently, between our local governments and our federal government, because they're not on the same page, apparently. So, and that's bad. Everybody stay safe out there. Hope everybody's safe and was able to survive. So, hope nobody's getting evicted. For God's sakes, this is going to be nasty coming up. Everybody stay safe out there.